Honestly, this storm is really hard to see through. I need some sort of fix. Wow, that's actually a lot better. What even happened? Yo, what is up guys? It's Geerzy here, and today we'll be going over some pro settings. I will be showing you all my personal settings as well as go in depth on some more unknown features such as colorblind mode and deaf mode. Also, tell me in the comments what targeting sensitivity you use, and if you play on controller, mouse, or mobile. Anyways, without any further ado, let's hop right into it. Just in case you guys didn't know, I do have a Twitter, so feel free to drop me a follow if you want to stay updated with the channel, learn extra tips, and see awesome clips. For example, here's a trick shot I recently hit. Starting things off, I'll be doing a showcase of my settings. First up, I play on 800 DPI, which I've been using on all PC games for around 4 years. DPI stands for dots per inch, which is basically just your mouse/desktop sensitivity, and not your in-game sens. Graphic settings are only customizable on PC, but you should take a look at them anyway because you can learn a lot. And there actually is a new setting called multi-thread rendering, and it's a little bit complicated, but for you PC players, if you have a CPU with above 4 cores, make sure you have this on because it will greatly increase your performance. My brightness is 0.10 higher than the default because it makes my game look a little more vibrant, which I think looks nice for content creating. I have been using a low colorblind mode ever since a lot of pros started using it, but I'll go over that later. I don't really use the new deaf mode, but I have been experimenting with it and turning it on during arena endgames because it does give you an advantage. Last, but definitely not least, we have my keybinds, and one thing I want to go over is that I do not use F1 and F3 to build like a lot of people think I do. Instead, I actually have those buttons hotkeyed to the side of my mouse because there's no way I'd be able to reach the function keys. Hopefully this clears things up. Anyways, I'm just going to scroll through the rest of my keybinds, so just pause the video whenever you need to. Next, we will be taking a look at colorblind settings. Recently, a lot of pro players have switched to some form of colorblind mode because it allows you to see through the storm way easier. You will be able to spot opponents easily, which can allow you to get extra kills, and if you're in arena, extra points. One disadvantage though is right when you load into a match, you'll be able to tell that your game doesn't look as nice and is a bit darker, but if you want that competitive advantage, you have to sacrifice something. Anyways, the colorblind setting you want to use is Deuteranope 6. But I also like using Deuteranope 3 because my game still looks decent and you can still get a mini advantage. But the higher the strength, the easier it is to spot people in the storm. Another thing to note is that there is no colorblind settings on mobile. By the way, how come on mobile materials are purple? I really wanted to see what it would look like on console, so I put all my settings to medium, which is what the average console runs at, and I checked out the colorblind settings. I noticed that there isn't much of a difference, but the shadows do make it quite a bit harder to see. Again, this is a lot more of an advantage for endgame because that's when the storm is all around you and there are a lot of people in it / trying to rotate. And if you're too close to the storm, there will be some sort of whitish barrier making it harder to see, but if you back up a bit, it's way more clear. Anyways, here's a comparison of what it looks like with colorblind mode on versus off. Last but not least, we're gonna go over deaf mode. Fortnite finally added the ability for PC and console to have visual sound effects just like mobile. You can even use it with sound on too. To find it, just go to the section with colorblind mode and at the bottom you will see visualize sound effects. Flick that on and you're good to go. Using this, you are able to see where footsteps are coming from, which can be useful if you're in a building and are having trouble locating your opponent. You can see which direction shots are coming from. You can even locate vehicles because an icon will pop up telling you which vehicle is near you and in which direction. And something I find very useful is how it tells you which direction chests are if you're near one. Sometimes you can hear a chest but you don't know where it is, but if you have deaf mode on, you can see an indicator leading you in the right direction, which can save you time. Here's an example of someone who should have had deaf mode on. He pretty much let me kill him because he didn't hear me shooting, meaning he didn't replace his wall to cover himself or fire back at me to pressure me. If he was using deaf mode, he would have gotten an indicator that there was shooting behind him and he could have quickly turned around to fire back or replace the wall. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. If you enjoyed or found anything of value, consider dropping a like and feel free to subscribe to the channel for more Fortnite content just like this. Again, if you found anything in this video useful and want to greatly support my channel, you can use code Geerzy in the item shop before making a purchase. Anyways, I hope you guys have an awesome day, and I'll see you all in the next video. Peace.